went a week with daily water rinses. Now what I would do, I would not really manipulate my hair, but just massage my scalp every day, rinse in the shower, let it dry. And at night, and that's it. At night I would twist it up and put on a scarf. The next day just rinse with water, massage my scalp, let it dry. In this video I want to talk about, as I've been promising to do a video, it may be just an informational video on the water only hair washing method. I say method and I use it very loosely because I don't subscribe and I'm not into necessarily doing anyone's method. I take what works for me and my hair and my daughter's hair, and that's what I do. So if what I'm doing fits cleanly into a method, then I guess you can say I do that method. But it's not necessarily, I'm not out looking for a method to do. I'm just looking for practices and actions that I can take that are helpful or that are beneficial for my hair. The water only hair washing method, the goal of it is to coat the length of your strands in your naturally produced, naturally occurring sebum that comes or that is produced from your scalp. Okay, sebum is the oil and the lubrication, the conditioning that our bodies produce from our sebaceous glands. Our sebaceous glands are attached to each hair follicle down in our scalp or even in our skin. So we have sebaceous glands in various areas of our body, with the exception of the palms of our hands and the soles of our feet. So these sebaceous glands can be stimulated in our scalp by massage and by heat, I guess. I know the heat of the shower, I've read that it can stimulate your say hot water, or hot water can stimulate sebum production. The greenhouse effect can produce or stimulate sebum production. So that's why I employed those three actions, those three things. But anyway, so your scalp produces sebum, and the goal is to use that sebum as a conditioner for your hair. I was very intrigued with this method and with what I was reading, and with what water only hair washing. And this lady, her YouTube channel is Water Only Hair Wash, is the name of her YouTube channel. Has the most gorgeous hair, the most gorgeous twist, and what she was doing with her hair was using the water only hair wash method. And she had gorgeous twists, and her hair is long. She's like 4 years natural, so her hair is very long twists, mini twists. She would do braid outs, twist outs, and the shine to her hair and the sheen I was very, very impressed with and really astounded. So I said, well, if it works, and she has 4C hair, and so I said, well, if it works for her hair, then maybe it'll work for mine. I was just inspired to just try this experiment, and so that's what I did. So that is what I do. I had long since, before this method, I had long since stopped using shampoo to clean my hair. I have found that my hair does not collect all that kind of dirt enough to warrant the use of shampoo. I decided, because of its drying effect, so I decided to use more natural cleansers, more gentle cleansers. I began to use apple cider vinegar rinses. Clay, Natural 85 has a wonderful mud wash recipe where you use, she used Rosal clay and aloe vera juice. I tried that one time and it was absolutely heavenly. My hair was so soft. So I decided to use those kind of methods, and I had begun just rinsing with water. Many weeks I would just rinse my hair with water because what I was using in my hair was water soluble, and it would just rinse away. I didn't use and don't use products with silicones, petrolatum, or mineral oil. See, those things, especially when they build up, they're going to need a heavier cleanser. So I was not using products in my hair that required a shampoo to take that out. These cleansers that I mentioned would clean my hair sufficiently for that. So when I heard about this method, I said, well, I'm already rinsing with water. I mean, it shouldn't be long maybe I'm already producing sebum enough to have this method work. In order to clean your scalp, because there is a mixture of, you do have cells that slough off in your scalp, and that needs to be cleaned. Dirty sebum does need to be cleaned. So what you would do is scritch. Scritching is a light form of scratching. You would scritch your scalp to loosen the dead cells and loosen the dried sebum, and those are rinsed away with water. You know, you don't necessarily need a shampoo to clean that off, especially if you're scritching every day and or rinsing every day, and or using a I've also found with this method, you tweak it and do it to the degree that you want to. You don't necessarily, you know, to follow the method, have to say the method says I can't use conditioner, or the method says I can't put anything in my hair. No, you do what your hair needs. There are I have read where people or women do apply oil on their ends until their sebum travels down the entire length. There are women who use conditioner on their hair, but they use the water-only hair wash method to improve their scalp condition. So no shampoos, just rinsing with water, scritching, massaging. Their sebum is being produced. But you know, we tend to wash it away with shampoo when we overdo shampoo. Some people produce sebum at a rate where they can use shampoo and their sebum production is not affected. Other people produce sebum at a slower rate. And then that is the other thing with sebum. We each individually produce sebum, but we can produce at different rates and different amounts. And as I've also been reading the composition of sebum, you can look that up to see, because I don't know offhand what it is. I've read it, but this cholesterol, fatty esters, triglycerides, and there's squalene, however you say it, and those are in certain proportions, but not everybody's sebum has those same proportions. We each produce our sebum, and the ingredients that make up each sebum is different based on our own individual body, what our body produces. So that's it about sebum. So yeah, the ways to distribute the sebum down the hair are you can preen. Preening is when you have the sebum on your fingers, on your hand, and you distribute the sebum to your hair manually. You can also use a boar bristle brush, and that's very questionable for our hair. I was questioning. Actually, I wasn't even questioning a boar bristle brush for my hair. I had said brushes are out for my hair. I haven't brushed my hair in almost 2 years. So brushes are out for my hair until I saw Water Only Hair Wash do her latest video is on how to use a boar bristle brush for kinky hair and curly hair. Okay. Now, I wanted to talk about why my hair was in twists, because this was brought up in one conversation I was having with someone, and they guessed it right, or they got the right reasoning. When I first started this method, and it was recommended by Water Only Hair Wash YouTube channel, that when you first start to put your hair in twists, because when you're first getting your sebum to get produced and you want it to be distributed down your hair, if you're using water rinses, it's easier for the sebum to go down a strand of hair or a lock of hair that is straight and not as kinky or curly or a zigzag as our natural hair is when it's loose. So I put my hair in twist, and that is how I distributed the sebum down my hair, and I kept it in there for 2 weeks, and until I felt like I had very good coverage. And I continued to water rinse, like I said, until my 3rd week once my hair was loose, but my hair began to get almost unmanageable to me. So I had to put what I used on my hair. This is what I did. I used flaxseed gel. I used a thinner version that I normally make. And it's Natural 85's recipe. I didn't want a thick gel because I didn't want it necessarily to coat my hair that much. So when I normally use flaxseed gel, I will put a leave-in conditioner. This time I did not, because I wanted to test how just having my sebum on my hair, would it condition and soften my hair enough to be able to still be soft under this flaxseed gel. And it is. My hair is very soft. And it's still defined enough on the ends, and even at the root, it's still defined enough for my satisfaction. I don't mind the full body look. I don't mind the nappy look necessarily. I don't want to have the nappy look though for too many days. I can do that for 1 or 2 days, and then after that I gotta have some type of curl that it does not rinse oil away flaxseed gel. And that is what I want. I want it to leave my sebum, and so that is the reason I use just flaxseed gel on my hair, and that is the reason I use flaxseed gel, period. And not even store-bought gel, but flaxseed gel, period, because flaxseed gel is all natural. So I know that when I rinse this flaxseed gel off my hair, I'm not going to need shampoo to take it off. I'm not even going to need any type of cleanser. I can just rinse it off. I did not apply it to my scalp. I don't put anything on my scalp. I used to put castor oil on there for a castor oil challenge. I don't do that anymore at all. I just want my natural sebum, and I want my pores and my follicles and my sebaceous glands to produce the oil that they are meant to produce, and that's it. So that is the water-only hair wash method, is to allow your sebum to coat the length of your hair in order for your sebum to be used as the conditioner. Allow the sebum to condition your hair, to lubricate your hair, and to condition your scalp.